Welcome to The Creative Missionary, the podcast for songwriters, vocalists, storytellers, and artists who believe their gifts are more than just self-expression. They're tools for God's mission. Welcome back to Vocals for Media Missions. Today, we're kicking off a two-part episode on style and expression. In this episode, part 1, we're going to do something fun. You're going to mimic the singers and songs you love. But mimicking them isn't about becoming them. It's about training your ear, stretching your voice, and discovering new expressive tools you can use in your singing. Let's dive in. So when I was learning the craft of writing children's stories, which in many ways is very similar to songwriting, I was taught to choose my top 100 favorite books, and then to study the structure of these stories, and then to come up with similar ones of my own. In some ways, that was an exercise of mimicking my favorite authors, but it wasn't without thought or consideration. As I was mimicking, I was also becoming more and more aware of the story arc for children's stories, the effective writing skills that keep readers turning pages, the ways illustration can change words on a page, and etc. In other words, I picked up on the skills of the craft just by mimicking. Singers can do the same to train themselves by imitating their favorite artists. When you mimic your favorite singers, you pay attention to the following. Tone, color. You're paying attention to whether it's bright, dark, breathy, or powerful. Stylistic play. You pay attention to whether they stretch their notes, cut them short, or slide between pitches. Dynamics. You're paying attention to whether they sing softly or when they belt. And then emotion. You're paying attention to how it feels when it comes through in their delivery and what is the emotion that's conveyed in their voice. Again, mimicking isn't so that you can sound exactly like your favorite singer. It's to notice how they use their voice and to try those techniques and understand it through application and experimentation. So Cynthia, did you ever mimic your favorite singers or singers that are out there? You're like, oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to try using my voice in that way. That's kind of fun. Because I definitely did when I was younger. And I would always just try to mimic, some of the really cool singers that were out there. And I'm like, I want to be like them. I want to sing like her or something like that. But I think in the process, what that actually helped me discover is like new techniques and expressions that I would have never otherwise like tried on my own. Yeah. But when I mimicked, I picked up different skills. Yeah. And I found that actually to be very helpful. Yeah. Do you do that?
You know what? I actually can't remember if I mimicked anyone.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I actually can't. So to be
she
honest,
is original.
I mean,
original. I'm a
like,
copycat.
No. I mean, like now in the recent years, like
right.
I do.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I'm trying like different things like Taya, she'll growl.
Okay.
But like back like long time ago, I couldn't. Yeah, I didn't think of anybody that I could mimic, but yeah.
Okay, you just mentioned Taya, she growls. Can you show us a song that uses growling? Yeah, mimic that for us.
So so I have been listening to Hard Fought Hallelujah, and so like literally I was like practicing at home, and because I've never growled in any of my songs, and so I thought, you know what, maybe let me try growling, and so like I'm just gonna. He's just growling the hallelujah. Wow, so like, so I just tried doing that. So I'll bring my heartfelt, like it might sound weird. Heartfelt, been through hell, hallelujah. Like, and then, I just really don't have like a growling type of voice, but like I literally was trying that out.
Cool.
For a while.
And do you think that you'll start to incorporate some of that into your own singing in your songs?
You know what, I have.
You
so
have?
Like I asked, so like one of my songs that's gonna come out, actually no, As Long As I Live has a growl in it. So I just released a song in October, and there's one word where I growl. I forget what word it was. It's like, anyways, you'll have to look it up and listen.
I guess the question is, what when you put growling into a song, what does that expression create in terms of like the feelings?
It's just intense, right? Like you just like if you're saying like hard fought, it's like in my song, it's like As Long As I Live. It's just like I wanted to say, like, as long as I live.
Yeah,
As
right.
long as I live. I just want to,
Right.
I just want to praise you. So it's like, it's
Right.
adding that emotion in.
Yeah.
And so I just tried it, experimenting.
It also, for me, it also just sounds very soulful. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're just giving it all you've got. Like that's what it feels like
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
All right.
Anyways, played around with that one.
Yep. Okay. So you're gonna demo Ave Maria, opera form, and then contemporary. So let's start with the opera.
Okay. I mean, I really don't have an opera sounding voice, so I'll try. And I'm going to have to cheat.
Your vibrato.
I don't have vibrato. It's harder for me.
You're gonna
So
manually.
Ave Maria. That's my opera voice. All
And
right.
now, contemporary.
Oh, this is hard. I can't do it in that pitch. I'm going to change the pitch. Ave Maria. Just normal.
Nice. And
Yeah.
if I was picking that out correctly, you started with chest voice, you went to falsetto, and then into your mix.
Yep, I did that. Yep, and I had a little flip in there for style.
Good one.
And there was no vibrato.
Yeah.
Contemporary.
Now it's your turn to try. Choose a singer you love. Pick a short phrase or a section from one of their songs. Listen closely and play it 2 to 3 times. Focus on tone, stylistic play, dynamics, and emotion. Mimic it, singing it back, exaggerating their style, even if it feels too dramatic. Record and compare. Play your version next to theirs. What did you capture? What's different? And here's a fun twist. Try 2 very different singers, maybe a soulful ballad singer and a pop belter, or maybe an opera versus contemporary. Go ahead now, try this individually or in your group. No need to record this one, just have fun noticing how your voice adapts. Now to end with an exercise that many struggle with, vibrato. Vibrato, if you didn't already know, is strongly linked to breath control. It seems to be one of those things where you either have it naturally or you find it super hard to do and need a lot of practice. Cynthia admits that she finds it very difficult. Let's see what practices she does to tackle that difficult one for herself.
So vibrato is something that you can do to make a song all stylistic and nice and pretty. I personally struggle with vibrato, but there are certain things that you can do to kind of help develop vibrato. And so one of them is you're going to take your fingers, you're going to put them right underneath, like there's a bone right here, like your chest bone. You're going to put it underneath where it's soft, and you're going to go like this.
Ouch.
And you're going to poke. So let's just try, because that's what I did with Ave Maria. And it's easier to get vibrato if you're in your head voice. So, woo. So you can just do that. Some people naturally have vibrato, and it's great. That means a lot of good things are happening in their voice. But for people who don't have vibrato, what you can do is like you pretend you're a ghost and and you can there's a couple exercises that you can do to kind of get the vibrato going. It is an advanced technique because your voice and your vocal cords need to be in a certain place, and you need to be singing in a good way for the vibration to kind of happen. And so, but singing in your head voice and pretending you're a ghost will definitely help with and you can just experiment, like just try like singing Ave Maria or like looking up opera and just experiment with vibrato. But one of the things is, definitely.
And is it important that we put vibrato into our style and expression? Like, what if I sang without any vibrato? Is it okay to do
of
that?
Of course you can. I mean, most of the songs that I have, I actually don't have any vibrato, but I do naturally have some in certain higher and some lower, like I can get the vibrato going, but it just brings another like depth to your voice, and it just like brings color. It's just really nice to have that option where you're like I literally cannot demonstrate on the spot. Like I might be able to, but like but you'll hear it in some of my songs, like there will be some vibrato, and it's just a nice color. It just brings expression.
Some singers have constant vibrato.
Like,
I've heard of singers where it's like the whole song is like, that's probably not a style that everybody will embrace, right?
Exactly, yeah. And so like basically with the whole thing with expression is like at the end of the day, you want to be able to have a choice. Like the most amazing singers can like sing with vibrato and no vibrato. Like they can just sing, you know, with they have the choice, like they can like, and then people can like control their vibrato, like they can make it go fast and slow. I personally can't do that, but they can do that. Wow. So that's one type of expression is vibrato, and other things that you can do to express yourself. The growl, we just demonstrated that. If you want to like give it some heart and soul, and then light and breathy. That's what I do. That's easier for me. Going into your falsetto. Obviously, it's not good for your vocal health long term.
Really?
It's not. It's just all the air is just coming. You can lose your voice that way.
I didn't know that.
You do not whisper. Like whispering all day is so bad for your voice.
You mean in terms of singing?
Singing and speaking. If you whisper all day, it's not good for your voice. Very bad. So but what you can do with a song to like make it like soft and like or maybe just like I'm fainting, right? Like you wouldn't sing like I'm fainting, like you would like I'm fainting, like and then it would be pretty there to have vibrato if you could, but like you can sing falsetto and breathy there, like fainting, like that, just kind of. And we'll go through a song
that then sort of that kind of expresses those words even more.
And so it's just that's another style where like you're singing in falsetto or breathy, or like you purposely do a flip, like that's just it sounds cool, right? Yeah. Or another style thing you can do is it's kind of like it's called vocal fry. I could sing of your love for it's like all pretty, but like just to have those kind of things in your voice, make it more interesting and add color,
right?
And expression.
And that gives me a sense of, I don't know what it is, but like it just draws me a little bit closer. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but when there's that little bit of that fry,
yeah. And you can also add lots of different notes in your in a particular note. So like those are like runs, like hey or something like that. So instead of going like I could sing of your love forever, I could sing of your love forever, like like you can just, and that's like a style thing, like a lot of R&B people do that. So you can like that's another style. Like
so again,
adding notes.
Right. But I think all that is, go and listen to others and see what they're doing, right? Whether it's R&B, whether it's jazz, whether it's opera or contemporary, whatever. Just pick the singers that you find are kind of fun to mimic, and then pick up their styles and expressions and practice, and then maybe you might find some harder, might find some easier, you might find some even more like, ooh, this feels like it's kind of me. It's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's totally. Sort of then is a hint to, okay, maybe you could play around a little bit more with those styles and expressions. Yeah,
definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. To wrap up, I'd like to encourage you to not only experiment more by mimicking, but as you do so, study and analyze each singer. This will expand your understanding of the range of styles and expressions, and will also inspire you. So have fun experimenting. Thanks for joining us for part 1 of Style and Expression. Next time in part 2, we'll shift from mimicry to self-discovery, finding your own style and learning how to choose the right expression for different songs. That's all for now. Until next time, keep practicing, keep on singing, and keep carrying the mission forward. Thanks for joining me on The Creative Missionary. If today's episode inspired you, please subscribe for more and share it with a fellow creative in your church or network who needs a reminder that their creative gifts matter and that creativity is for a purpose far greater than just self-expression. It's for God's mission. That's all for now. Keep creating, keep serving, and keep carrying the mission forward.